Friends and family, it's been about 5 months since we posted a video on the property here in Tennessee. And I just thought, being that it is a beautiful day, probably about 60 degrees, sunny, not a lot of wind, very dry, humidity, and very nice day. I thought maybe I'd just put together a video and kind of get you up to speed. Susan's the neighbors, helping them do some staining, and I think we'll just post a video with her after this one. But nonetheless, here we are. I thought I'd give you a tour of the property and give you a progress update. I'll just kind of walk through where we're at. I'm going to start with just sort of the driveway, which has been in progress, but more or less complete for construction purposes for a couple months now. We'll just kind of start there, and I'll just give you a walk around and an idea as to where we're at. So here we go. So this actually is the driveway. We're looking out at the end of the road. There's a little, believe it or not, a horse barn, I believe. Maybe it was a cow, a dairy barn at the bottom across the road. To the left is our neighbor's property, and there's an old hay barn there. They're possibly going to take that down, don't know, or we're going to see, but it was great to meet them. And here we are, we're headed up to the top. The driveway is about possibly, I don't know, 600, 700 feet long from the road. And all the trees that were cut down from this, for the road purposes, many of them are over there with respect to logs that has to be split up. And then here are just rocks that we had picked up off the sides of the road. Just a lot of rock, all pretty much by hand, using the Tundra to get them up here. We are picking up a tractor the next day or two, and that means that I'll be able to make more progress and do less strenuous work. But nonetheless, here we are. We've had, in the course of the work you're going to see, we've had probably upwards of 30, possibly maybe even closer to 40 dump trucks up here, bringing soil up, rock up here, clay, and then ultimately some massive cement trucks. So as you'll see, we'll have that down. But a couple things that are just, you may not know, but we do have power up here, which is fantastic. We also have water, which is super nice. Even though our camper is pretty far away, I've connected a PEX line to it, so I don't have to carry water. You know, every good construction site has to have a porta-john, which fortunately I don't have to use. And then we also have our 30-yard dumpster because we're under construction right now. It is fall here in Tennessee, so you can see that the trees are just about out of their leaves. It's been just a beautiful fall. I guess it's been a little warmer than usual. We just have a lot of logs and soil and stuff that's just going to be sitting around until the house is complete. Burn piles and what have you. A lot of work to be done on these roads. I mean, they've been compacted, I'll give you that much. As we come up to the area, we're going to be coming to the pad of cement. I guess it's a slab. And you'll also see quite a bit of lumber, which is going to be used starting tomorrow, as they'll begin framing tomorrow. This pad was quite interesting. I mean, it probably has anywhere from 8 to 40 inches of clay, with another at least 6 to 8 inches of what's called crush and run compacted. It's 2,200 square feet of living space with about 750 feet of square feet of garage. And I believe the porches, the front and back porches, another 900 square feet. It's really very efficient. It's a 3-bedroom home, 2.5 baths, and it has an office which can be counted as a bedroom. So if that were needed, we're on track there. We also, another big win for us is the septic. We've actually had the septic tank installed, the septic field dug, and it's all been permitted and good for use. If you're gonna have a camper, live in it, it sure is nice not to have to move to dump the black tank. I can actually do that right here and not have to work that hard. So, whoops, there's a trip there. That's what we do on a construction site when you're not paying attention. yeah, otherwise, as we kind of walk over here, this is towards the back of the house. And seasonally, you can't see the mountain on the other side, but right now, there's still plenty of leaves on there. Well, we're going to see to what extent we'll thin that out and get some element of views. You can see beyond the shirt another towering pile of soil that has to be spread out for grading purposes. Back here, we have probably a good 15 feet of additional pad, which will allow us to do a hardscape out here beyond the patio. So we're pretty pumped about that. Obviously, that's not going to happen until next year sometime. As you can see, again, having a septic tank is really quite a convenience at this moment. It's been we did wait about 5 months to get it, so it's not like we had it easy the whole time. What you also see here is my very first owned LP tank, liquid propane. You know, I passed these when driving in the country and I always thought to myself, life would be complete if I had my own LP tank. And it's called a 500-gallon tank, but in fact, I think it only carries 440 because you have to leave air. So that's where the pressure more or less is created. Then we're going to have a tankless water heater. Our range will be LP, and also we'll have an auxiliary furnace that is LP in addition to a heat pump. So there's value in having it. It's not going to stay here. This is just because it was nice to be able to use it directly connected to the Jayco, so I could stay toasty warm and not have to burn through the 20-pound tanks. You see over here, yeah, it's a pile, but just kind of gives you a sense of all the wood that cut up and put stacked, so that eventually I have to split it. I would say that who needs CrossFit when you have a lot of logs to split. So debating whether or not we should just buy or rent a log splitter and do it in a couple days. I think that based on my first couple efforts, that might be where we go. Other than that, we're eventually going to have to till up or smooth out this back area because this will be mostly lawn. And other than the side that you're looking at right now, we plan on putting up a barn, size TBD. But fortunately, I've had a chance to see quite a few of my neighbors' barns, and it's given me inspiration, but also sort of an idea as to what I'd like to accomplish. Take the best of what works for us, and but it's not the priority. The priority obviously is getting the house up and moved in, and then the barn will come after that. What you're looking at here in front of you is just the 3 lines we have for the septic field. We used what's called a chamber system, and we left these mounds here during construction so the trucks would be less tempted to run over the septic lines. And so we've got quite a bit of dirt here, but that'll all get compacted, and it will be come probably about March or probably April, May next year. You won't see those. It'll all be, this area will be prepped for grass, and we'll get started on that pretty early. Timing for the house, for completion, what's the statement? You make plans and God has his own. So we'll find out. But I think if we have a plan, the plan is to finish it by May of this coming year. And obviously, I'll do everything I can to get it done prior to that time. We're using a general contractor for the shell, which is essentially dried in, weather tight. That includes obviously all the framing, the window installation, door installation, roof, shingles, and siding. So from the outside, it would look like the house is actually complete, but in fact, all the internals I'm actually subcontracting out. And again, the fact that so many of my neighbors have been building, I've been able to really leverage their experience, good and bad, and that's a real blessing. I didn't anticipate that, but it really is great to be able to build on some of their experiences and their hard work towards finding the right talent to get certain things done, cost-effective, value-added talent. So that's the plan, and Sue and I are just busy trying to make selections such as flooring, tile, cabinets. I think flooring's my favorite so far because it's been the most time consuming. But cabinets, and fortunately, there's a lot of things that we have been very much in agreement with. The friends and family here, there's certainly going to be room, seeing that we're empty nesters, and being in 3 bedrooms, we're really looking forward to having folks come visit us. I'd say right now is not the best time, seeing that we'd all have to cram into the camper. And I'm just fortunate I don't have dogs or cats, because that thing's not big enough for more than 2 people at best. So anyway, that is kind of a quick walkthrough. It's been beautiful out here, and as much as I miss Illinois and fall there, boy, I wouldn't trade it right now. I wouldn't trade this for that right now, because it's pretty nice. Plus, there's a lot less yard work to be done here than I had in my old place. So we'll post some more videos, but I wanted to get something out to you, and certainly before Thanksgiving. And probably the next video that I post will include some degree of completion on the framing. And wow, that's exciting. It's exciting. So until then, be safe.